Hello, and welcome back to another edition of iWake. You may have noticed I've been absent the past few days. I've been out sick, and I'm thankfully much healthier now. Sore throat's still a little bit there, a little bit of ear weirdness, but I'm back. Thank you for holding in there and being without an iWake. Today I'm going to play catch up and doing basically catching up on Apple News, iTunes Weekly, and Nintendo Podcast, as those are the 3 days I need to catch up on. So, first off, in Apple News, Apple held their huge quarterly earnings call. Just a couple things on that. First up, before getting the show, today is May 2nd. That's Thursday, May 2nd, 2013. And yeah, let's get into Apple News. So, quarterly earnings call. Some things just of note. I'm not getting into the numbers. You can go to Apple's website for that. You can go to Mac Rumors for that. I'm going to go into just a couple of notes, things of interest. Tim Cook stated that they're going to be entering new product categories in the next year. So, this is a rather big announcement that no one really went crazy about. New product categories, for those that don't know, means Apple originally had the iPhone and not an iPad. An iPad is a new product category. So multiple product categories, that's big. That could be, we're coming out with an iPhone and iPad in the same year kind of thing. We're coming out with brand new products that are nothing like, or not nothing like, but in a new SKU, a new type of product. So this is rather big. This could be an iWatch. This could be Apple Television. This could be something. I'm imagining these are things that we're not even thinking of or knowing about quite yet. And these will be rather big announcements that are just going to blow us all away. So it's been a rather slow thing with Apple lately as far as news. And that's because they're working on stuff. They're working on big projects such as these new product categories that are just going to be quite amazing, simply put. So that's exciting news. First off, new product categories out of Apple. What else in the Apple world has been going on besides that? Well, the day after quarterly earnings call, they announced WWDC tickets would be on sale the next day. And amazingly, they went on sale, and within 2 minutes, they sold out. So in the past, they've sold out 2 hours and 8 hours, and so it's been gradually getting faster and faster as far as sellout times, and it just gone crazy this time with 2-minute sellout time because everyone knew the time and place to buy your ticket. And we've been told that some people that have problems with the checkout process were actually able to get the tickets after the fact, after the sellout, because of technical glitches. I'm not sure how many people had that happen, but a fair amount of people did have that happen. So that's something of note there. In other Apple news, I just wanted to mention that Delicious Library 3 is out. This is a great application for your Mac to track your digital goods in your life and physical goods. This is a major upgrade to their old Delicious Library 2. It's got a scanner app for your iPhone. And next week, they're going to be releasing an update to the app for Mac App Store customers that allows iCloud syncing between different Macs. And this is big news. I got this app and I'm very excited about this. Also new today, Jawbone has acquired Body Media. And Jawbone has also opened up an API to kind of take on Fitbit. This is huge news in the body tracking world, as I'm a part of this. Jawbone is really, it seems, going serious with this. Body Media was one of the first to enter this space. They have this little strap that will actually measure your heartbeat and different things throughout the day, and that's pretty cool. Let me just go through some highlight reels here. Google Now is available on the iOS using the Google Search app that got updated. Square Register got updated with kitchen tickets, so that's pretty cool news. What else is going on in the Apple world? There's something at WWDC happening this year called Alt WWDC. A bunch of speakers and free food going on just a block away from there. So if you did not get a ticket, you're able to go to that instead. Twitter app got updated by the Twitter.com folks with Retina Mac support. So if you're waiting for Retina Mac support in the official app, it is now available. elsewhere in this. The Tim Cook coffee has raised for charity gobs and gobs of money. It's just escalating. It's still up for auction. I'm not sure if basically 100 celebrity auctions. I'm not exactly sure what it's up to now. It's getting pretty crazy there. So that's just a glimpse of what's been happening in the Apple world this past week. Let's move on now to iTunes Weekly. So last week was Tom Cruise week. We had movies on sale for $10, and we had his new movie Jack Reacher on sale for $15. On sale meaning available for the first time in iTunes. This week is Arnold Schwarzenegger week. We have The Last Stand releasing early before it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray for $15. This is a lower price point than it was originally advertised on in iTunes. It was originally for $20, now it's $15. Rotten Tomatoes got this at 59. I saw this in theaters and loved it. This was Arnold's glorious comeback to the theaters, and I think it was a really enjoyable film. Really well done. And just like Tom Cruise week and Arnold Schwarzenegger week, we have discounts on a bunch of his movies. Terminator 2, Terminator Salvation, Predator, The Terminator, which isn't actually on sale. It's just mentioned here. It's basically all these films are $10. Terminator Rise of the Machines, Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop, Conan the Barbarian, Jingle All the Way, Commando, Twins, Eraser, Last Action Hero, Batman and Robin, Conan the Destroyer, End of Days, Sixth Day, Collateral Damage, Red Heat, Hercules, New York, Junior, Red Sonja, and Raw Deal. So all of those are $10 this week. Also of note, Cloud Atlas has an early release. Guilt Trip is now available for $15. And Beautiful Creatures is also available, that one at $20. The movie of the week this week is Winter Bones. This is a 99-cent rental, and this is a great movie that I haven't seen. So I'm going to be renting this week, and very excited about that. And that's kind of iTunes Weekly. That's what's been going on this week. Now in Nintendo land, lots of stuff has been going on. The Wii U got a huge update that really improved system performance, as well as opened up the virtual console. So what this meant for me was I was able to play through Super Mario World for the very first time, because I never owned a Super Nintendo system. I didn't own an SNES. I was able to play this game briefly at some friends' houses, but this was the first time I really got to play it. And it was a really, really fun experience doing that. It was almost what I remembered it as, but not quite. It was a joyful game to play through. Meanwhile, I finished up beating out Bowser in New Super Mario Brothers Wii U, or I'm not sure what it's called. It's a really long title, but anyways, the New Super Mario Brothers game for the Wii U. I beat the Bowser level, and I got all the star coins in the first world, and I was able to play through what they call the Star Trail run, basically these extra levels, and I'm really enjoying all these expandabilities, the way you can go through these games and just polish off all the star coins. And the amazing thing for me is the how many hours you can devote to these games. That to get through, also played through Super Mario Galaxy 2. It was 20 hours for me to get through the normal gameplay, just getting through all the levels. 20 hours in basic play. And I know personally I could probably spend 40, 50, 60 hours to collect all the stars and play through all the bonus levels. That's something that could totally happen. So I'm amazed at all of those kind of cool things that these systems allow for. I also, of note, this week picked up a GameCube off eBay. So I now have an N64, GameCube, and the Wii U, as well as the 3DS XL. And the GameCube I never owned as a kid. I never owned this thing. So for $40, $50, I got the GameCube. I forgot to order a memory card, which one thing I noticed is GameCube, you need a memory card to really play your games. It can't save anything on the device itself or on a cartridge since they're CDs. This is something that's kind of a sore point, I think, for the system. In GameCube, if you don't have a memory card, you're kind of out of luck. They didn't have any onboard flash. Now, this is something kind of evident now, but, N64, you don't need memory cards for every game because cartridges, you can actually store data on those, which is kind of cool. Prior to that, same thing, cartridges allow game saves. In the Wii and Wii U, you've got local storage to save game data. So this was only really a problem with the GameCube. So I've got a memory card on the way tomorrow. I played through some stuff, and overall impressions are this is a really cute little awesome console. Powerful for its time. The expandability, all these ports on the bottom, it really is a cool design, kind of like the Power PC Cube, G4 Cube by Apple. It really is kind of cool. Very cool design looking. The cable length on these controllers are really short. That's kind of the problem I see right now with it. But the graphics I've seen on the games I've played so far are phenomenal. The controller itself, I'm a big fan of this thing. It really is a perfect controller almost. It really is wonderful. So I'm really eager to play some more games on the GameCube and see how this older system holds up by today's standards. That's kind of a topic I have real interest in, is how do these old games hold up today? Because I don't think Perfect Dark holds up, but at the same time I think Rogue Squadron does. So there's some games from our past that really don't hold up, but some really do. And it's amazing to see which ones do and which ones don't, because I had Perfect Dark on kind of the pedestal of this is the best N64 game out there. And in retrospect, it really isn't, although it was pretty amazing for its time, if that makes sense. So that is Nintendo Weekly, I guess, so to say. There's a lot more to say about all this stuff going on in the Nintendo world. And I'll be back next week for more Nintendo talk. I don't want this show to be 50 hours long, as it probably could be, as I've been playing a lot of Nintendo lately, and could go on and on. I've got a lot of games to go through, a lot of games to talk about. I've been playing a little bit of Zelda for the very first time in my life, and some comments about that next week. So with that said, thank you for tuning into this edition of iWake. Tomorrow is International Film Club. That is me and Mark Greentree discussing one film every week. Just search for International Film Club podcast. You should find it there. We're on iTunes, so subscribe to that audio podcast, and I'll talk to everyone again on Monday for what I saw in theaters. And this week, or on Monday, that'll be Iron Man. Can you believe it? Iron Man. So tune in on Monday for that. With that said, I'll talk to everyone again real soon. Have a good one.